Form 5, abuse of a corpse. As to Maurice Gordon, we, the jury, found the defendant guilty.
The late developing story we're following tonight, this happening just before 9:30 tonight. The jury in the triple murder trial of Brice Rhodes finds him guilty of all of the charges facing him. Tonight, coming back with 6 different guilty verdicts to the relief of family members. The next decision in this case could be life in prison. We're going to learn that with his sentencing tomorrow. The killings and torture of 2 teenage brothers happened in 2016. Rhodes killed a man right in front of those brothers, and he killed them when they told their mother about the first murder. WHAS 11's Alexis Jones and photojournalist Emma Gefter have covered the short trial, and they were there tonight when the verdict came down.
After 3 hours of deliberations, the jury found Brice Rhodes guilty of all charges. This includes 3 counts of murder, 2 counts of abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence.
We, the jury, found the defendant guilty.
The verdict came down around 9:30 Monday in all 6 different guilty verdicts, from murder to abuse of a corpse of the 2 teenage boys, leaving loved ones somber but pleased with the verdict.
Hello, Ms. Wren, would you like to speak?
Brothers Larry Ordways and Maurice Gordon's mother declined to speak. She and 40-year-old Christopher Jones's family plan to comment after sentencing. Each of them have been in the courtroom since proceedings began. Earlier, the defense rested its case despite not calling any witnesses to the stand. Judge Julie Kalin decided to push through to opening statements, starting with the defense.
It's important to remember what you actually saw, what we actually learned from the witness stand,
which defense attorney Tom Griffiths believes didn't add up to prosecutors' argument. Griffiths says prosecutors described the 2016 murder scene as monstrous and bloody. However, he says LMPD detectives didn't find anything until the second time they searched Brice Rhodes' apartment. He also says witnesses remembered several adults were there when the brothers were killed, yet LMPD detectives blamed Rhodes.
When the police think they got their guy, that's what they do. And the problem is, sometimes they're right, but sometimes they're just wrong.
Because of this, he says detectives lied about evidence, especially the back seat of Rhodes' car. It had been removed. It's where the teens' bodies were placed.
We certainly don't have a car seat. We don't have one in this courtroom. You never saw one. I never saw one. But the police, under oath, said we got a car seat.
Prosecutors argue all the evidence points to the defendant. Attorney Elizabeth Jones Brown says this includes Rhodes' blood-stained carpet testing positive for Ordway's DNA, and co-defendant Ja'Cory Taylor saying Rhodes was the mastermind behind the triple homicides.
And he talked about doing anything he did at the direction of Brice Rhodes. He talked about Brice Rhodes wanting to kill Maurice and Larry and killing Maurice and Larry, wanting to kill Christopher Jones and killing Christopher Jones.
Ultimately, the jury agreed with the prosecution's argument.
I want to thank all of you for being so respectful throughout this trial. I most certainly hope that that continues.
Rhodes now faces life in prison. The trial's penalty phase is set to begin tomorrow at 1 p.m. In Louisville, Alexis Jones, WHAS 11 on your side.
There are 3 other co-defendants in this case who have already pleaded guilty in the murders. Taryn Coleman, Ja'Cory Lamont Taylor, and Anwan Carter were all teenagers when they were indicted. Carter and Taylor testified against Rhodes in this trial.